Hi all, I wanted to make a quick video about not a new, but a different way to look at options chart, by which you can probably take a call on taking which options to buy, call or put, because the way I've arranged this chart, it's very easy to see, you know, um, direction the market is going in. All right. So before I begin, I would just like to mention that this is an educational channel. All views expressed over here are only for education. So don't make or take any financial decisions based on the views expressed over here. Kindly consult your financial advisor before you make or take any financial decisions. Also read the disclaimer below. With that said, let's proceed. As you can see on my screen, I've got a blank chart, and we will start now putting some data onto it. All right. So this is a blank chart because it's some 14th of Feb expiry, which is already gone past. So let's look past this. We will make an example with Bank Nifty. So what we'll do is Bank Nifty today is ended at 46,384. So we will take 46,400 call and put for the sake of this example. All right. So let's just type in 46,400, and you can take the weekly chart or the monthly chart. For the sake of this example, I'll take the upcoming monthly chart. So we will take the 29th of Feb call. All right. There you go. And we will remove all indicators, and we will remove all drawings also. So this is how the chart looks. From here is when things will change. We will change this to a 2-minute view. All right. And now by clicking this plus sign over here, we will add another chart onto the same screen. All right. So that will be, click on this plus sign over here, and we want to add the 46,400 put now for the 29th expiry, right? So on the screen currently we have the call. Now we are adding the put. We will click on this new price scale. So you see the chart now for the put has come. At the bottom, it's shown in terms of yellow color. All right. The first thing we'll do is we'll click on this and we'll change the color to red so that we know it's the put, easier to understand. And this chart on top, we shall click this and we shall make, instead of candles, we shall make this also a line. All right. And we shall make this, for example, if you want, green color. All right. So now we have the calls on top and the puts at the bottom. All right. And the center is where all the changes are happening, or the center is the median. To make the median look a little more, visible, what we'll do is we'll add a pivot. We'll click on this pivot. We'll go to inputs. We'll add Fibonacci. We'll select daily. Number of lookbacks, we'll select 1. Historical pivots we don't want to see. We will make the pivot center line black and a little thicker. We'll make all of the lines also a little thicker so that it's a little more visible. We don't want to see the labels, and click OK. So now you see you have a screen where you have a center line. If you don't want to use the pivots, you can just not use the pivots and add a center line by yourself like this. Now, what I want to tell you is you're never going to get a perfect center line because the calls and puts never actually move in perfect sync. There'll always be a little more of call moving a little more than the put, but you want some sort of a median line to show you where the center is. All right. So we will get rid of the center line that we have added and we'll revert back to pivots. So this is how it looks. Now, by looking at this, for example, when this movement is happening, it's very simple. You can either, you know now that calls are rising and puts are falling. Very simply, you can go to your execution chart. For example, for me, the Bank Nifty chart would be, I've already made a video on this screen and how I set up this screen, the split screen for options trading. You can go and look at that video for this. So instead of observing this screen and watching the calls and puts on this screen, I can use the screen just for execution. And this is the main screen that I'll be looking at. So over here, I'm very clear that calls are going up. And if I have a 2 monitor setup, on one monitor, I'm noticing this on top, and on the bottom monitor is where I'm going to take the trade. So very simple. I see this call going up. In random, I see the put coming down. Very simple. I just go to the call page and I'll take the call. I'll click on this and take the call. And then if I see this, now calls are beginning to fall and puts are beginning to rise. Very simple. I'll go and take the put. I'll go and buy the put. Very simple. So instead of watching it on this screen and this screen, this is my Bank Nifty index on the extreme left. In the center is the call and the right hand side is the put. This is a screen I use generally for executions. All right. And there's some other screen or this screen that I'm always watching for movement. And this is a screen I use for execution. So the screen I'm watching for movement is this now. It's very simple for me to watch. I can see this, the random movement and in sync movement of both of them. Calls are happening on top, puts are happening at the bottom. And there can be a time where calls drastically fall and puts drastically rise. So there can be a, big intersection happening. We can't rule that out. Here you can see the previous day, call suddenly goes up and put suddenly goes down. There is also a similar oscillator on TradingView called, I think so, I was using it some time back, called sentimental oscillator or something. Just search, average sentimental oscillator or something like that. But that will give you the view lower, and it's not going to be as precise as this because that is working on one particular chart and giving you the up and down based on one chart. But this is really what's happening. This is real calls and puts moving together, and you're watching the data real time when the markets are working. So there's absolutely real time data that you're working on. All right. Also, when you add the pivots, see this beautiful section where you can see that this is stuck now in this section. The calls are stuck between these two. So you see from here till here, the calls are just stuck in this range. Similarly, you'll find that the puts also were stuck, or the puts were falling a little more. It was a bullish day on the whole. Till here, the puts were stuck and then they started falling. All right. So what I'm trying to say is the data is real time in this. It's up to you to observe this data and take a call or a put position, whether you're an option buyer or a seller. Most are buyers, but the decision is yours. I mean, when you see the calls go, when you see the call section going up, you can either sell the puts or buy the calls. And when you see the put section going up, you can either buy the puts or sell the calls. That depends on how you work and how much capital you have. As you know, that selling is more expensive than buying. So I just wanted to illustrate this because I wanted a better system to be able to take a call and put decision. My split screen was working fine for me, but I wanted a better screen where I can view data in real time and then use my split screen just for execution. And this is working great for me. I've tried this for a day or two, And I don't know from where the idea came into my head to do this. I'm sure that it's been done before, but I never knew of it. So as far as I'm concerned, I created this idea, but I'm sure I'm wrong. People must have done it in the past as well. But I'm sort of proud of this idea because I think it exactly provides the kind of view that I've been wanting to see the movement in real time and in coordination with each other. All right. So you can do the same thing with Nifty as well. Have the calls and puts for Nifty at the same time. If you're a Nifty trader, you can do this for anything, for mid cap, for Fin Nifty, anything that you want. I'm currently trying to shift my focus from Nifty to Bank Nifty because Nifty is moving in ways that I'm not liking at the current moment. So I'm a little more active in Bank Nifty right now. So I thought I'll make this example on Bank Nifty. But there you go. This is the simple way of making a chart where you have at least a 2-screen setup. And this is the chart where you'll be watching and observing the movements. And on another screen, you'll be executing the trades. All right. So I hope this video was of some help to you. And if you liked it, then kindly like and subscribe to the channel, share with your family and friends. I'll see you in another video. Take care. Bye-bye.